Hello to all my American Horror Story horrors. Oh, okay, I'll figure out a name for us. Are you ready to return to Murder House again? Hello friends and welcome to my channel. My name is EJ Marino and today we are back talking about American Horror Stories. Yes, stories. We are diving into a brand new show from the mind of Ryan Murphy and the people behind American Horror Story. This is a different type of version of the show. We're doing an anthology series. Every episode is going to be different from one another instead of an overarching season, though the first episode has a two-parter, so that kind of lets us know where the story is going. I had a good time with the episode, but it's not one of my favorites of American Horror Story. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but overall, I'm really curious to know what you guys thought of this new premise and of what you guys thought in the premiere. So before I get into this video, make sure you guys subscribe, let me know what you think down in the comments below, give me a thumbs up, all that YouTube stuff. Now let's get into American Horror Stories and Rubber Woman. The episode starts, and boy, does it instantly let me know we are back in the world of American Horror Story, but also, Murder House has a type. We have another bitchy gay couple moving in. We have another angsty teen daughter looking for love in all the wrong places. Yeah, we are seeing a lot of parallels to other things that we've seen in Murder House, but we all know that this has a type. This has more of a type than Ryan Murphy has, so yeah. I'm interested, so we get into this thing. We have Scarlett, our new main girl. She's moving in with her two gay dads, and they're trying to turn Murder House into like a haunted bed and breakfast. They don't believe in the hype, but they're like, we can exploit the hype. We can definitely use it for profit, sure, which again, you know, white gay guys profiting off people's pain for their own pleasure. It sounds great. It makes so much sense. But yeah, I like this. So yes, we have Scarlett, who is our main focus here. We have the guys here. We have other characters, but Scarlett in her great little red bob, she was everything. She really held me through when I don't like the story as much. When I think some of the acting is weak, she is what keeps me going throughout it. She's here and is a little bit angsty, is a little bit kind of I don't want to do this, but hey, a haunted house, this could be really fun. I can enjoy it. She gets there and instantly it gets into her like soul. This house really worked with this girl very quickly. I think it took other people a little bit longer for the murder house to like make them go crazy, but Scarlett sees that rubber suit and it sends her down a path. A path that I don't know I was ready to see, or if her fathers were, or anything, but yeah, this gets crazy, and I think Scarlett might be one of the most troubled people to ever step into Murder House. Before getting to Murder House, Scarlett and her fathers have a really interesting backstory. Scarlett was kidnapped as a little girl by a crazed woman who basically lost her daughter and wanted to kind of kidnap Scarlett to make her hers. Okay, cool, so she has some past trauma. That's manifesting itself in some odd ways. The parents are a bit concerned because Scarlett's into some very aggressive adult films. She likes them kind of painful, kind of raunchy, very aggressive, and that scares them, which is fair for any father to be scared of that, and I definitely get it. Yeah, this starts manifesting in bad ways as well when she meets this girl at school, played by Paris Jackson. Yes, Michael Jackson's daughter is here. She's very stunning, very tall, very awesome. Not my favorite of an actress, but I would actually like to see her grow in these kind of roles. She did fine here, not my favorite, but I can see her growing. So her and Scarlett start to connect. There's a cute little like lesbian flirtation. I'm like, oh, I am into this. So, you know, Scarlett's flirting with her, she's nervous, and then, you know, the murder house is starting to, like, manipulate her. There's a scene where she's kind of enjoying herself, you know, having some DJ time, wicka wicka, and yeah, she starts fantasizing about choking Paris's character. I think her name is Maya. Yeah, it gets kind of raunchy, and you're like, oh, the house is doing it. And I don't know if it's just the house. Like I said, I think Scarlett was a little wackadoo before, so Scarlett starts to become friends with her a little bit more. She knows that Maya's friends are very, very bitchy, very mean, but she's gonna try. So when she goes over to a sleepover with them, it sends it all down a crazy cuckoo path. They are basically like kind of trolling her. They're doing some really gross stuff. She's making out, Scarlett's making out with Maya, and they're basically live streaming it just to humiliate her. It's sad. It's a very real thing that happens. These kind of bullying with girls. I also like to see bullying in the new generation of you're not gonna just like throw some pig blood on her, or you're not gonna like write a letter that's scandalous. There's no burn books. You gotta live stream stuff nowadays. And that's what happens. So Scarlet takes it into her own hands. She tells these girls, all right, I'm gonna need you to come here because I'm going to do something crazy and I'm going to blame it on you guys. It's all your fault. You guys are going to get in trouble, and brings up a real life case of someone taking their own life because of people being bullying and releasing some footage. Oh yeah, it gets really real there. Scarlett's already been a little wackadoo. Her parents put her into therapy. The therapist is gone. She's killed. She's already stuck in Murder House. Yeah, there's per Murder House. It has so many more people in it. So yeah, Scarlett says, hey girls, come over. We're gonna have some fun and I'm going to kill you all. And she does. She kills every one of these mean girls and they're stuck in a Murder House. Oh boy, like I said, this place is getting overrun. There's people like Tate and Violet and Jessica Lange's like Constance's character like, please get out of my house, leave. Why are these new twinks here? Get out. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed the what this is doing for Murder House, and that was the end of part 1. I liked part 1. I thought it really kind of sold this new story. I thought it was doing well, and then I thought it was done. But part 2 kind of expands on this. We shift things up a little bit more, and we get into some more wild and crazy Murder House adventures. Rubber Woman Part 2 is a bit of a letdown for me. I was really into the first part, but once I saw that this was a continuation, I was just like, not the gimmick I signed up for. I legit want one story an episode. Once we do 2-parters, I'm not going to be completely into that, but there was still more stories to tell with Scarlet. She has met another ghost in this house, played by, I believe, Cindy Crawford's daughter. She is another not great actress, but she plays a badass character. So her and Scarlet, I believe her name is Ruby, they start having a bit of a cute little flirtation with each other. Basically, Ruby's there to protect Scarlet against Maya and her gang of girls. Like, look, she's like, you decided to kill them here. I will protect you. I know how to work this Murder House stuff. I've been here for a while, which is a fun story, a kind of unnecessary backstory. It just kind of makes me laugh because, like I said in the last little bit, how many people are in this house dead? I need a body count. If y'all know how many people are in Murder House, let me know down in the comments, because I'm like, yo, between this character with Ruby, with the ones that we've seen from older seasons, the ones that we are seeing now, how many people are here? There has to be at least 30 spirits up in this piece because it is a bit stressful. So yes, Scarlet is here. She is dealing with what she did in the last episode. Yeah, so much so that the police are after her. I was happy to see incompetent police back into the American Horror Story universe. Boy, are they never good at their jobs, never knowing what to do. I just love every time a cop walks into this place, I'm like, you're not going to finish this case. You guys never win, and they don't win here either. Now, the middle of this episode is where it loses me a bit. It slips into some marriage drama. We go away from Scarlet and her girlfriend and all this, like, female kick-ass revenge drama, and we get into Matt Bomer and his husband having marital issues, oh, by the way, they're ghosts now as well. They're stuck in the house because another gay couple, like Zachary Quinto and his man, are like, excuse me, we are the king queers here. What are you doing? Get out, push, leave. But yes, Matt Bomer and his husband are stuck here because, basically Scarlett's, girlfriend kind of feels that they're gonna pull her out of this house. So she says, now you're stuck here. Now you have to stay here because your parents are here. It doesn't work out exactly like that. So yes, when we get into there's a new realtor coming, or like a new guy to help fix the house, and he's flirting with one of the guys, and I'm like, I don't care. And then they find the dead bodies of everyone, and the guy who's like the carpenter or whatever is a complete psycho himself, and I'm like, what are we doing? The whole middle section of this episode, I just went, oh, okay, sure. Yeah, add more body counts to this. What is going on? So yes, this is all that's happening. So Scarlet is dealing with her girlfriend who's trying to face off with the other girls. Then we have the two dads having their drama. The therapist is stuck in the house as well. She's just trying to do her damn job. She's just trying to figure out why all these white people are so messed up. I feel you, my queen. I don't understand either. Everyone needs therapy in this episode, so Scarlet finds out that it is Halloween and the ghost can leave, so she and her girlfriend have a little fun night out. But this is also when Paris and her gang of girls goes, yeah, we're gonna kill her outside of the house so we can torture her girlfriend and we don't have to deal with her ever again. It doesn't work out. This episode was kind of not my favorite because they're kind of like, we're going to kill her. "Yeah, we're not gonna kill her. Never mind." And I'm like, what are we doing? What's going on here? I wanted that drama at the end of like, I remember when Constance was trying to drag somebody into the house so she knows that they would die in the house to keep them there. I like stuff like that. I kind of wanted an emotional moment. They gave me a cute moment at the end, because let's get into the end of this episode. We have Scarlet, who decides, I can leave this house. I don't need to be around this juju anymore. I will come visit my dad. I will come visit my girlfriend. I don't need to be here. Let me live my life. And she does. And Scarlet kind of gets out of this free. She still goes and, visits the murder house, which I would never. Again, burn it down. Somebody. Who's going to do it? I need an episode where someone just says, poof to this place, bitch, be gone. I need you gone. Like, it is just how I feel, and I need it to be gone, because this is stressful. But Scarlet still gets to see her dad, gets to still see, like, the whole group, and now everyone's getting along in this weird sitcom, as one of them calls it. It feels strange. I don't know how I feel about part 2. Part 1, I was engaged, intrigued, and I was having a lot of fun. By part 2, I was just like, I think the story has waned itself. You could have ended dramatically with part 1 and given me an instant new story. I'm probably the only one who feels that way. I'm sure people loved part 2, and I'm out of the loop, but let me know what you think, because I liked it. I wasn't in love with it. I loved part 1. I was really into that. Part 2 is what let me down, and then I'm going to weigh them together. I'm just okay on Rubber Woman. Overall, American Horror Stories is off to a good start. I liked the 2 episodes. They were fine. It wasn't my favorite stuff of American Horror Story, but I'm also a bit done with Murder House. I liked being back in the kitchen. I liked some of the settings, but I wanted something more. I want to explore this universe a bit more. So I'm excited, but what do you all think? Did you enjoy the first 2 episodes of American Horror Stories? Are you into Rubber Woman? Were you kind of into Scarlet? Because I kind of liked her character. I would like to maybe see her one day in the mythos down the line. She would be pretty fun to visit again. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel if you did enjoy it. Make sure you guys give me a thumbs up, because YouTube takes those way too seriously. Alright everyone, let's talk about American Horror Stories and Rubber Woman down below.